Mahika, smile. थक गई. How forcefully you are sitting here, I know that, right? Vedansh,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
good? How was the school today?
Nice,
Nice. ठीक से पढ़ाई किया?
ma'am.
Okay. ठीक है. Can we start? Hmm? Today we are going to see our first and new chapter, that is according to our orchids. Like uh, orchids, we already started this chapter, and the first chapter we are going to deal with is last class we did an introduction towards the science. What is science, right? Yeah. Okay. Today we are going to see a new chapter, that is microorganisms. Okay. Hmm? The invisible life, that is microorganisms. Okay, so microorganisms, what all things you know about microorganisms, where we can find this microorganisms?
Almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere, right? Almost everywhere we have microorganism. Okay, how many of you used to see microorganism? आप लोगों के साथ कितना microorganisms हैं? शौर्या, तेरे साथ अभी कितना microorganism बैठा है तेरे साथ?
Thousands, millions.
Okay, thousands, millions of microorganisms are there, because we know that everywhere microorganisms are there. And the most important thing is that we won't be able to see the microorganisms with our
Where I
Naked eyes.
but the microorganism can see us, right? Actually what they want to enter into our body. Why? Akansha, why they want to enter into our body? Not all, but most of the microorganisms need to enter into our body. Why?
To harm us.
To harm us. To harm us to a certain extent is to harm us. But do all the microorganisms harm us, Vedansh?
No, ma'am.
Do all the microorganisms harm us?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Okay, some of them are very useful, and say without microorganisms, so ये means planet में microorganism है ही नहीं, कैसा रहेगा? How it
And
will
the
be?
digestion in our body will be very bad because in our kidney there are some bacteria present.
Yes, there are so many useful bacteria in our alimentary canal which will help in the digestion of many things. Okay, and also bahar bhi जो है microorganisms है, do you know any role of this microorganism outside our body, which is very useful?
like in like the making of
Loudly. When you are saying no, just a little more loud.
there's like some bacteria something used to like for the curdling of milk.
Correct. That helps in the changing of a something from something, that there are so many useful bacteria which will help in changing something which is useful for us. Okay, naturally some other things, see, for our recycling of the nutrition and all, who is needed? Microorganism, see, in our life cycle, that is, okay, now we are there, after some days, means after some years, what will happen to us? We will die. Where we are going after our death, what will happen? What is the procedure? Because our body is full of nutrients, so many nutrients will be there in our body, right?
We
Yes.
decay.
So
Decompose.
yes, correct. Who is doing this?
Microorganisms.
Microorganisms, right? So once microorganism is decomposing our body, all the nutrients which is present in our body, where it is moving, where it is going,
What, ma'am?
Ankit, where these nutrients, see, after decomposition of our body, all the nutrients from our body will move to somewhere. Where?
To all the microorganisms.
Our nutrients. okay, which is present in our body, will be shifting or moving from our body to somewhere after our death. This microorganism is helping in decomposition of our body. After decomposition, all the nutrients will be moving to somewhere. Where is that? Back to?
Fungi.
Back to?
Fungi.
Mahika? Where it will go? अरे हम लोगों का बॉडी से सारा न्यूट्रिएंट्स अभी किधर जाएंगे आफ्टर आवर डेथ?
In the soil because they are decomposed, right?
Of course, in the soil. Or because decomposition is happening in the soil only. After our death, ऊपर जाएंगे क्या? सॉइल में जाते हैं ना, उधर से कौन डिकम्पोज करते हैं? This microorganisms. While decomposition, what happened? All the nutrients that is present in our body will move to the soil. So it is getting a nourishment for somebody else. Vedant, after this nutrients will be going into the soil, what will happen? What is the next step?
Microorganisms will absorb it.
Means some of them will be absorbing by the microorganism. Rest of them, what will be the fate of rest of the nutrients? So here,
Ma'am, the like rest of the nutrients they'll be like absorbed by the soil, and then they'll be like
it will be in the soil. So, Vedansh, try.
They will be the rest of the nutrients will be absorbed by the roots of the plants for growing.
Correct. Give a clap to Vedansh. Give a clap to Vedansh. See, rest of the nutrients will be absorbed by the plant so that plant can grow better, right? It will be getting more nutrients so that the growth of the plants will be. See, plants also need nutrients. These nutrients, from where this nutrients is getting for the plants? आप लोग दे रहे हैं क्या? हाँ, ये लो, means minerals ले लो. नहीं ना, they have to absorb from soil. From where the soil is getting these nutrients? From
From
the
dead and decaying.
Fertilizers as
Yes.
decomposed.
Yes, fertilizers it is there. Other than that, see, शौर्या, forest में शौर्य जाके fertilizer दे रहे क्या?
नहीं, daily there is hunting of animals ना, तो animals के अंदर भी nutrients होते हैं तो वो decompose हो जाते हैं.
I'm asking, see, उधर जंगल में this nutrients से जंगल में बहुत सारे means पौधे होते हैं. Again and again it is coming back and it is moving again, it is dying, then again new plants are coming. What is actually happening there? Actually the cycle is going on, right?
Human
So
cycle.
after the death and decay, this nutrients will be going into the soil, and that nutrients is a fertilizer, means as a fertilizer to the next generation of the plants, right? So no one is going and giving this nutrients to them. Naturally, that cycle is happening. Rayanali, yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now we'll see what is this microorganism and how everything is going on. Okay. So I'm just sharing the PPT with you. Yes. Can you see this PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So microorganism in the unseen world. Why it is called as unseen world?
ma'am,
Because we cannot see them.
it cannot be seen with the naked eye, neither also with like a microscope.
Yes, we won't be able to see this. Okay, these microorganisms are there, still we were not able to see them, right? Yes. So now all of you please look at this and read this and give me that an answer for this. The invisible roommate. Who is this invisible roommate? आप लोगों के साथ और कौन है उधर?
Microorganisms.
The invisible roommate is nobody else but the Microorganisms, right? Microorganisms. How many? See, here you can see two picture. One with your naked eye, if you see, just look at your palm and see if there is any microorganism in your palm. Can you see anyone?
No.
No. But see, the same hand, when you look through the microscope, look at that. What is that?
Ma'am,
Bacteria.
telling the
This is a
bacteria.
reality, but we don't know what is happening because they are invisible to us. But actually, the thing is that trillions of microorganisms are there in and around our body. Okay, now the question for you, okay, are they friendly superheroes or scary monsters or both?
Both.
Both.
How many of you are saying it is friendly superheroes? No. Okay, scary monsters? Both. Yes, correct. Both, they are, some of them are friendly, some of them are scary monsters. Can you just name one microorganism which is friendly superhero? Anyone, if you know? Anybody?
And the ones which are present in our kidney.
Lactobacillus.
Lactobacillus. Very, very good. Lactobacillus is a friendly superhero which will help in Mahika.
Making of
Lactobacillus क्या करते हैं? Any idea? Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus acidophilus. It's a friendly bacteria which will helps in the curdling of milk. Okay, curdling of milk. So this will be the friendly superhero. And one scary monster, any one
COVID.
scary monster?
COVID.
Yes, coronavirus. Okay, this is scary monster. Okay, fine. Now we will see which are the different categories, which all things. Now in this picture, what all things you can see in this picture? First one, what is this picture? Akansha, what is this picture? Akansha nahi hai? Gayi? Akansha. Can you just analyze this picture and tell me what you can understand from this picture? Akansha? Okay, fine. Vedansh, can you tell me?
A bread. This is a bread on which fungi is growing.
Yes, that is a spoiled bread, right? In which a microorganism grow because which microorganism is there on the bread? Anybody?
Fungus.
Fungus. Okay, that is a fungus is growing on this bread, and the name of the fungus which is growing, which this already we studied in grade 7 also.
Rhizopus.
Very, very good. Who told that? Ankit, give a clap to Ankit, all of you. Very, very good. Yes, it's Rhizopus. It is otherwise called as Zohaib. Any other name for this?
Um,
There is a general
mold.
bread mold. It is called as bread mold. Okay. Next, second picture. Shaurya, can you just analyze this picture and tell me what is that?
Milk to curd.
This is what you can see in this picture. This is
That milk has turned into curd with the help of Lactobacillus acidophilus.
very, very good, Shaurya. I just asked you what is this picture means. In this picture, you can see only the curd, right? And who is responsible for that? Nobody else, but just we told that
Lactobacillus
Lactobacillus acidophilus. One thing I want to tell you, see, this lactobacillus, it's the scientific name of a bacteria. Okay, whenever a I'm sorry. Lactobacillus Bacillus acidophilus. Okay, so usually whenever you are writing a scientific name, this is a scientific name, always the scientific name starts with a capital letter. Okay, sometimes the questions will be asked, okay, the name of some useful bacteria. If you're writing the scientific name, you have to start always with the capital letter. Okay, and the first one, this there will be two names. First one will be the gene name, generic name. Okay, that is genus name, generic name. And the second one will be the species name. Why? Because there are so many different species of this lactobacillus. And this acidophilus is the one who is helping in the curdling, that is, the milk getting turned into curd. That is actually the protein which is present is being converted. Okay, so this will be consisting of two different names. This is a generic name and this is a species name. Species name always starts with small letter. Genus name always starts with capital letter. Okay, so if you are keep in mind, if you are writing the scientific name, always the first word will be starting with the capital letter and the second word will be starting with small letter. Okay, yeah. So now the third picture, Mahika, just to tell me what it is indicating. Third picture.
Ma'am, it's a person who sneezes in the air, so like bacteria is coming out of it, which affects other people.
Correct. That is here. When you sneeze, we know that trillions of microorganisms as inhale is there in our body. So it will be present in our lungs also. So when you sneeze or when you cough or something, why it is saying that? See, if you are infected with a respiratory diseases or something, always people used to say you have to keep a towel or something. Why? Because we know that there are so many microorganisms which is responsible for this respiratory problem is there inside, and if it is coming out and the next person who is closer by will be getting this, right? That's why it is saying that you have to keep a towel or something, because these are invisible, these are invisible to us. Okay, yes. Now coming to the basic unit. What is the basic unit of our life? Basic unit.
Cells.
Cell. Cells are called as the basic unit of life, right? And how many cells are there in our body?
Billions, trillions.
Yes, trillions of cells are there in our body. And what about the plants? Ankit, how many cells will be present in a plant body?
Billions.
There also trillions of cells are there. Okay, so more than one cells is, if it is there, those type of organisms are called as readily,
Multicellular.
yes, multicellular. An organism with a single cell is called as
Unicellular.
unicellular. Yes, so most of the microorganisms are unicellular. Okay, most of the microorganisms are unicellular in, okay, because there are exceptions, that is a fungus, some of the fungus, then some of the bacteria, then virus, then protozoa, these are all coming in the unicellular, but some fungus is there which is multicellular. So but most of the microorganisms are coming in unicellular form. Okay, you can see a bacterial cell here which has only a single cell. Okay, and we will study about the plant cell in another session. Okay, why we have to wash the hand before eating? So here,
So the bacteria which are present when we touch anything, the bacteria stick onto our hands. So that's why we
yes, Because in order to prevent the infection, that is because we know that in our hands also there are trillions, we don't know which is harmful, which is useful, nothing. So if we have to prevent any infection, we have to be healthy and hygienic. Always the hygiene is a very important thing. Okay, so whenever you go outside, then you coming back to your home, the first thing you have to do is washing your hands, face, and the extremities, that is the legs and all. Okay, so that most of the microorganisms you can avoid from entering into your body. Got it? Yes. So now,
Right.
this is a picture of, what is this?
Microscope.
Which microscope?
Microscope.
Compound. Compound.
Compound microscope.
Yes,
Compound microscope.
compound microscope. Why you are saying this as compound microscope?
Because it has more lenses.
What?
Because it
Because
has more than one lenses.
yes, very good. That is, it is there is another microscope that is called as simple microscope. Okay, simple microscope and compound. Simple microscope mein lens will be only one lens will be there. Okay, and in the compound microscope more than one. Minimum two lens will be there in the case of compound microscope, which is there in our schools. Vedans, did you ever use a microscope?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is a compound microscope because this is one lens and this is the another lens. Okay, so with the help of this, what is the purpose of this two lens? What is the difference between simple microscope and compound microscope? Is there any difference between them?
Simple
And compound microscope has more zoom.
So when you are looking to this object, what will be the difference between if you are looking through the simple microscope and if you are looking through the compound microscope? What will be the
Compound
difference?
microscope has a clearer image than a simple microscope.
Clear view, okay, fine.
More zoomer. More.
Yes, that is, you can magnify a little more, right? You will get a bigger view of that particular object, means organism. If you are taking an organism, you will get a bigger view, right? Another microscopic. So, see, in the case of bacteria, you will be able to see some of the bacteria which using the compound microscope. Simple microscope, we will not get any view of microorganism. Compound microscope yes, okay, but among this also some of the microorganisms are not at all visible with the help of the compound microscope. Okay, we will see which are they. So what is the name of the instrument which you use to see this microorganism? Microscope. Okay,
Microscope.
yes, microscope. Okay, any other microscope did you ever heard about? Any other microscope other than the simple microscope and compound microscope? Is there any other microscope which you heard?
Detective वाला आता है ना.
Which one?
That's a magnifying glass, not a microscope.
Sorry.
Any other microscope which you heard other than this two? Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay, fine. If you don't know, just to say like this. Okay? Okay. Fine. So there is another microscope which is called as electron microscope. Okay? Electron microscope, through which we can view the smallest microorganism, that is called as our very great friend, the virus. Okay, rest everything is visible with the help of compound microscope also, but the virus, no, it is very tiny, so we need this electron microscope. I will show you the picture of the electron microscope also. Okay, so now we are going to see which are the different categories of microorganism are divided into different groups. Which are they? You remember, Sharia? Which are the different categories of microorganisms? Sharia.
Protozoa, algae, fungi, Viruses, bacteria.
Okay. Mahika, is it correct?
Protozoa
Protozoa,
and algae,
algae,
बोला
then
तो सही.
Protozoa, algae,
fungi,
bacteria,
fungi,
virus, and fungi.
viruses,
and bacteria, right? Yes. So, yes, coming to each one. This bacteria usually where you can find the bacteria
Bacteria present
Everywhere.
everywhere.
everywhere. Okay, even in the hot springs also bacteria is present. Okay, and bacteria is mostly uni
Unicellular.
yes unicellular. Okay, they are mostly unicellular. Okay, and there are two types of bacteria. Some of them are really harmful bacteria and some of them are really useful bacteria. Okay, the useful bacteria, we can say that which are the useful bacteria which we know. Lactobacillus acidophilus
Lactobacillus,
is one. Then Escherichia coli, which
Escherichia
is
coli,
present in our gut, which will help in the digestion processes. Then next other bacteria is Bifidium bacteria that also helps. So millions of useful bacteria are there in our body. Okay, which will help in performing so many different functions in our body. Okay, so the next one is the fungi. Okay, what do you know about the fungi?
it's all like decaying matter, like sorry,
Fungi, is it unicellular or multicellular?
multicellular,
Multicellular, can you give me an example for this multicellular fungi?
rhizopus,
Rhizopus, correct, rhizopus. Then any other?
mushroom,
Mushroom, yes, who is telling that mushroom? Mushroom किसने बोला? Very good.
मैम
That is
मैंने
multicellular. Yes, nobody know that this mushroom kya hai means it is coming in the fungi group. Yes, so fungi group, that is mushroom which is multicellular. Okay, some of them are unicellular and some of them are multicellular. Okay, so here the very important peculiarity of the fungi is that they are heterotrophic. What do you mean by heterotrophic? Heterotrophic.
which get food by any other organism.
Yes, because they won't
Dependent
be
on other
able to make
organisms.
their own food because they don't have the green color pigment chlorophyll, right? So they have to depend on other organism for their food. So basically, the fungi is heterotrophic, and then in heterotrophic also, most of the fungus are this type. Which one? Heterotrophic organism, maybe there are so many categories like holozoic. We studied this in grade 7.
um,
Insectivorous. Then
it's
come again, come on. Then
symbiotic,
yeah,
symbiotic. There are symbiotic fungi.
saprophytic,
Saprophytic, very good. Then one more,
parasitic,
parasitic, very good. So there are so many different types of fungi. Okay, heterotrophic, most the fungi means they don't have this chlorophyll and they won't be able to make their own food, and they are heterotrophic. In this heterotrophic also there are different categories, like some of them are saprophytic, some of the fungus are this parasitic. Okay, so depends upon their food habit, they are in different categories. Okay, then coming to the third one, algae. Algae, yes, algae. What do you know about this algae? Algae usually stay in
It
which
mostly
type
grows
of
in
areas?
water.
Huh?
It's Pottery area.
Grows in places with moisture, a lot of
Very, very good.
moisture.
That is, most of the algae you will be able to see in these places where more moisture is there. Okay, in moisture, humid places. Also in the aquatic medium. That is, most of the algae are you can see in the water medium, and some of them will be in the highly humid areas. Okay, so the most important peculiarity of this algae is that they are having chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll.
Most of the algae, they have chlorophyll. Can you name an algae? Name of an algae which is undergoing this fragmentation method
Pyrogyra.
of
Spirogyra.
Huh?
Pyrogyra.
Yes, Spirogyra. Any
Algae.
other? Yes, Spirogyra is an algae which is reproducing by the method of
Fragmentation.
vegetative.
Fragmentation.
Yes, yes, asexual mode of reproduction, that is fragmentation. Now, again, other than Spirogyra, I will give you some more example. Anybody know any other example other than Spirogyra? Chlorella, okay, Chlorella, Volvox, then Chlamydomonas. Okay, these are examples which is very important. It is there in your textbook also. Okay, you have to study this all examples: Pyrogyra, Chlorella, Volvox, and Chlamydomonas. Okay, may see when you are passing through this, by this aquatic medium or something. This in ponds and all, most of the ponds you will be able to see a slimy green color thing on the top. Do you ever see that
Yes, ma'am.
slimy things which is there on the top of the water medium mostly in the ponds, lakes and all? How many of you saw this thing? What is that? That is nothing else but algae. Mainly you will be able to see this Volvox is very common. Most of the algae which you are seeing mainly Volvox. Okay, and Spirogyra also will be there. Yes. Now again, coming to the last one, that is Protozoa. Okay, Protozoa are see, we already studied about this protozoan nutrition of a प्रोटोसोवन याद है आप लोगों को? This thing, what is this?
Amoeba.
Yes, amoeba. Then again,
Paramecium.
Paramecium.
yes, paramecium. Okay,
Plasmodium is also an example.
क्या हुआ?
Euglena.
Euglena. Yes.
Plasmodium.
Yes. Euglena, Plasmodium, amoeba, paramecium. These are all examples of protozoa.
Ma'am, is Hydra an example? Hydra.
Which one?
Hydra.
Hydra. Yes, Hydra. Yes, correct. It is also. It is actually a cylindrate. Okay, that you will study later. Okay, it's not a protozoa. It
Ma'am,
is a
also Entamoeba.
Entamoeba, correct. Entamoeba also. These are all harmful participants. Plasmodium, one of you told Plasmodium. You know what this Plasmodium causes? Plasmodium is a protozoan which causes this terrible disease, which is called as
Malaysia.
malaria.
Malaria.
Yes, malaria is caused by Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum. There are different species of organism. So these are the main category: bacteria, fungus, algae, and protozoan. Okay, now one question: which one do you think lives in curd? Curd में कौन सा होते हैं?
Bacteria.
Which one? Which bacteria?
Lactobacillus
Lactobacillus
Lactobacillus.
acidophilus. Very good. Okay. Now see, coming to our most important and most harmful microorganism anybody else. Who is this? Can you just tell me who is this?
Virus.
Virus.
It's a virus.
Bacteriophage.
Yes.
Bacteriophage.
And virus is considered as a connecting link between, is considered as a
Non-living and non-living things.
yes, connecting link between non-living and living. Why it is considered as a connecting link between non-living and living? I need this answer from Shaurya.
Ma'am, basically, is that if the virus is outside the host body, it
Ah.
will not be alive. But
Yes.
if it is inside the host body, it will multiply, it will reproduce, and it can harm the body and species.
Very good. Give a clap to Shaurya, please. All of you. Yes. Okay. Vedansh, is it correct? Yes. You can show me the thumbs up. If it is correct, you can show me the thumbs up. Okay. Yes. Okay. So virus, when it is outside the host body, it looks non-living. When it enters into the body, what happens? It will take the control of the cell and it will multiply. Within fraction of seconds, it will multiply millions of times and it will leads to the infection, means diseases. Okay. And so this virus, as I told you, it won't be we won't be able to see with the help of the compound microscope. So for viewing this virus and all, which microscope we need?
Electron microscope.
Yes, very good. Electron microscope. Okay. Electron microscope. As we have to study about its structure also. Okay. So here the upper wala, what is the name of this part? This is the
Protein coat.
yes, protein
coat.
and protein coat. Inside the protein coat is the most important thing.
DNA and RNA.
Yes, yes.
DNA of the
Which is the
DNA
genetic
or RNA.
material, either in the form of DNA
Or
or
RNA.
RNA. Okay. And this part is its neck or collar.
Collar.
Yes. And this is the tail
Tail sheet.
sheath.
Tail sheath.
And this tentacle like structure is called as the
Tail fibers.
fibers.
tail fibers. Very, very good. And see, usually with this part only they will land on their
Base
host.
plate.
Okay.
Base.
And that is called as the
Base plate.
base plate. Okay. Okay. So this is the parts of it. This you have to study. This is important. Okay. Fine. Now, what you have to do is, this is a hands-on activity that you can do from your home also. I just what you have to do, you have to take a bread, put spread little water and keep it for some days, 1 or 2 or 3 days, so that you will be able to see some thread like structure forming on that. Nothing else, but who is that? We know.
The fungi.
Fungus. Okay. And this fungus, so the name is Rhizopus, and Rhizopus is a multicellular fungus. Okay, which we will be able to see, and we will be able to see with our naked eye also. Understood? Yes.
Now I have a question.
Now, just to read the question, everybody will read this question. Can you see the microbes without a microscope? This question is for Mahika.
No, ma'am.
No, right? Yes. No, because we will be able to see this microorganism only with the help of the microscope. Okay. Now, name the tool used to see them. Obviously, we know that. Okay, which is simple. Yes. So the third question, Vedansh, this question is for you. Why is a virus a loner in the microbe world? Why we are keeping virus alone other than the other
Ma'am,
microorganisms?
because virus is very small compared to other microorganisms.
Very good. It is very, very tiny, other than all other microorganisms. That is one thing. Any other thing that we can discriminate this from others? Yes, Monica?
And the other like microorganisms rather use simpler compound microscopes, but viruses require electron microscopes.
Yes, we need microscope for viewing this virus. Any other thing? So here, any other thing that we can discriminate this from other microorganism?
A virus is like the connection between a living and non-living thing. It is not really like
Yes, rest everything we can say that they are living, right? But virus we can't say that okay, it is a living or non-living. It is somewhere it is between them. If it is outside, they are non-living. If it is inside the host, they are living. So it has a unique nature, right? So these all we can tell as a characteristic features of the virus, which we can discriminate the virus from other microorganism, right? Yes. Now, read the question. I need the answer from Ankit. Ankit, read the first question and tell me the answer.
You find green slime in a pond.
Ah,
Which group is it?
ah. Which group is it? Which group of micro?
Algae.
Ah?
Algae. Algae.
Algae. Very good. It is algae. We already told that. Okay, algae will be present, and this is algae is photosynthetic. Okay, photosynthetic. They can make their own food. Okay. Now, if all microorganisms vanished, would we survive? Vedansh, answer this question. If all microorganisms vanished, would we survive?
No, ma'am, because
Ah,
there are some good microorganisms too, which
ah.
helps the daily processes of our lives.
Okay, there are so many microorganisms which is useful. The topmost is that if the microorganism is vanished, who will do the process of decomposition? That is the most important thing, right? Yes, decomposition. If it is not happening, what happened? Everything will fail. Yes, that will
they're
like
planning
a graveyard. Means everything.
There will be any animals to eat the decomposed animals, the things like food, like the thing.
Correct. So this without microorganisms, the life in this planet is impossible. Okay. Yes. Now next question. Amoeba is a fungus, protozoa, virus. Shaurya. Amoeba. Think, I mean, I know that so many things we covered. So just think and tell me. Amoeba is a
Protozoa.
fungus, protozoa, or virus.
Protozoa.
Correct. Amoeba is a protozoa. Okay. Then, um, all microorganisms causes diseases. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Some of them are really harmful. Some of them are really useful. Okay. So all microorganisms will not harm us. Many useful microorganisms are there in our body. Okay, so now from this class, what you all understand from this class is that microbes are very small but very powerful. We know that, right? Microorganism, even it is invisible for us, they are doing great jobs. Okay, yeah, some of them are doing very helpful thing and some of them are doing very harmful thing. Yes. Okay, the diversity, what do you mean by diversity?
like the differences
Types.
and
Yes,
types.
different types. The different types of microorganisms: bacteria, fungi, algae, and protozoa. And Next, the third one. Can you justify why they are called as zombies? What is this? Zombies. Why they are calling as zombies?
Ma'am, because outside the cell they are like non-living, and inside the cell they start to like live.
Correct. What is the peculiarity of zombies? You might see the zombie world. So many movies are there. How many of you used to see the zombie like movies and all? आप लोगों को अच्छा लगता है ये देखने के लिए?
मैंने वो थी तो
And for me, yes. Yes, for me.
फिल्म में ज्यादा
Yes, for
मजा
me.
आता है zombie
ma'am.
1 zombie 2
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God! I don't know.
Especially when we
Sorry,
realize
Masala Dad.
एक है दो ही
Even my daughter is also like this. Okay, she used to watch this type of things. I don't know. Okay. So because they are very unique. Okay, zombies means they are very unique. They have their own characteristic features. Like that virus is very unique. They have their own characteristic features. Inside the cell, they are like king, and outside the cell, they are like the head. Okay? Somebody is talking. Who is that talking? It is coming that background music. Okay, fine.
some ideas from my sorry.
Fine. Just go through this, okay, in your textbook, and I need this. Yeah, I need this picture of the virus in your notebook. Okay, fine. Okay, you can leave the class. Okay, we'll see in the next class. Okay, bye.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
You can leave the class.